about to hit my PR. I'm gonna get pretty close to 56 miles in 3 hours. I freaking worked my ass off today. Definitely feel worn out. Feel run down. Man, I'm just very thankful and very appreciative. So it is long run day, but it is also swim day. So I like to get my swim in first thing in the morning. Now I've been enjoying doing that the last few times. Shut up. God damn. So yeah, we're on our way right now to go get a swim in. We're running a little bit behind. Hopefully the pool is not too packed today. But yeah, we'll see right now. And then after the swim, I got some new running shoes, so we'll be testing out some new running shoes today. Y'all will see those in a second, but for now, I'll see you at the pool. That went well, as far as there not being too many people. So one thing that really pisses me off and, you know, gets me out of my rhythm is swallowing pool water. And unfortunately, I haven't mastered my breathing enough to where I don't swallow pool water every single time that I'm at the pool. You know, sometimes it's less than others. Today, unfortunately, I swallowed a pretty good amount of pool water. So, I got these activated charcoal pills, and I'm gonna take these and hopefully they absorb what they can, you know, I don't know. Might not do anything, but we'll see. Better than nothing, I guess. Liking the way they feel so far. Stomach cramping a little bit from the pool. We got a misty morning, and it's supposed to be my long run, like I said, but we'll see what we could do. I try to go for an hour. Generally, I do an hour and a half. Right now, the knee's feeling all right. We'll see how it feels in a couple miles and a few miles. Shoes feeling good so far. Man, you know, the process, the journey of something usually never goes according to plan, but
lap 3, 8:49.
Man, we're 3 miles in, going at a easy pace, feeling good, but man, just this run. And one thing I love about just raw dogging an endurance session, meaning no music, no consumption of anything going through the ears, you really just get to be with yourself and your own thoughts. And this run got me thinking about how I'm really going through everything during this prep. I've dealt with sickness already. I've dealt with aches and pains and injuries. Learning new things, you know. And I really just love the process. I love the journey. It just makes the whole experience that much better, honestly, than dealing with no adversity. That's not realistic. And you can't really level up without dealing with adversity. So I'm just grateful for everything that I'm going through this prep. And I'm sure tons of people can relate. Yes, it's a good feeling. All right, that was a good run. That was the longest I've ran in probably like a month. I haven't been able to do my long run because of my knee. And actually, before I even got a mile into the run, right when I finished talking to y'all the first time, I realized that today isn't even my long run day. It's supposed to be a 90-minute bike ride, but I guess I was so excited because of the shoes. What the hell? Bro. Shoes ruined. Nice. Anyways, I was so excited because of the shoes that I just convinced myself it was my long run day, which tomorrow is my long run day, but it's all good. Actually, I might end up switching my long run day to Tuesdays because, you know, it actually makes more sense. So we'll see. I felt good. I did underhydrate and under fuel, I feel like. Well, definitely after that swim, you know, pretty much not immediately after, but in close proximity. You know, all I filled up with before the run was some electrolytes, a little bit of beet juice powder, little bit of caffeine, and probably like a tablespoon and a half of honey and a teaspoon of sea salt. But I probably should have brought at least one little packet of the fuel that I came up with me. But it is what it is. I pushed through it and we did it. The shoes, I like the shoes a lot. During the easy portion of the run, which was most of the run, 50 minutes of it, or a little more than 50 minutes of it, the shoes felt good. You know, I could feel the ground, and yeah, the responsiveness is good. I felt even. I didn't feel like I was going to one side or the other. The Brooks, sometimes I feel like there's not enough give in the cushion, and these have a lot of give in the cushion. And then when I turned it up for the last like 8 minutes or so, for about like 7:30 pace, a little more, a little less at times, probably a little less on average than that, it felt really good. It was giving a lot of feedback to me. It was giving a lot of energy back, you know, a lot of responsiveness. And like I said, the give in the cushion is really nice because you can feel the road, and it feels like a little springy but not too much. So the shoes are really good. A little irritated that first run, and since it's misty out here, they got all dirty. So not too happy about that, but it is what it is. It's bound to happen eventually. But yeah, man, good run, feeling decent. The right knee, a little pain. Left knee starting to feel a little sore, but all in all, good run. Solid session. Man, so it felt really good to be able to get a long run in today, a longer run. You know, generally I would try to get about 10 miles in, but we were able to get 7 today, and it felt really good. Like I said, I just did my post-run stretching, and as of right now, I'm feeling good. So let's cross our fingers it stays that way. As you can see, you know, I usually do that at the end of, you know, my training sessions for the day. I usually get everything out of the way in the morning, regardless of what I'm doing. I always do my sessions back to back. So today, like you've seen, was a swim and a long run, little fueling in between or during, depending on what I'm doing. And I always go into my sessions fasted. So before the swim, all I had was some electrolytes, a little bit of caffeine, about 100 milligrams, and that's it. I take my B12 in the morning. I have a little bit of tea, a little bit of lemon water first thing in the morning with a little bit of sea salt and electrolytes, and that's pretty much it. That's what I go into my sessions with most times. And then, you know, you've seen after the session, I already told y'all what I had. After the complete sessions, you know, I'm done for the day now. I had, you know, some water, obviously, with some electrolytes, some beet juice powder, some zinc with, you know, some other greens, and just vitamins and minerals, all natural stuff. I had some kelp for the iodine and other minerals in there. I had a little bit more sea salt. I believe that's everything in there. If you guys are interested in all the stuff that I use, you know, including the camera equipment, including literally everything that I use for the most part, it's all linked down below in the description. There's actually one link, and it'll take you to my Amazon storefront, and it's all categorized there. pretty nicely, so you could go check that out in the description. And yeah, man, still pretty damn frustrated about the shoes. Literally first time I wear them and that would happen, but it is what it is. They're meant to, you know, they're meant to be used, and they're gonna get dirty eventually. But I just hate to have it happen on the very first run. Is a little annoying, but it is what it is. I got a pretty good deal on them. So if y'all are in the market for some new shoes, they're actually like $90 something at Dick's right now. So no sponsorship or affiliate with that. I might have a link. Check the link down below in the description for the shoes as well. I have no affiliation with the brand or anything like that. I wish I did. But I like them a lot. They look good, very stylish, and you know, the performance is very, very good as well, and the comfort and everything. So we'll come back to the review on that, you know, as we use them and as we go. But initial impressions of them are very good.
Several days later.
Right, we out here. I'm about to hit my PR. I'm gonna get pretty close to 56 miles in 3 hours. We'll see how much we could get. Right now, we're at about a little over 43 miles, 2.5 hours, 30 minutes to go. Let's see what we end up with, baby. We about to get this PR. Oh man, we got 18 minutes to go. I ain't gonna lie, boy's feeling it. This right quad / knee is super tight right now, and I think it's because of me not putting a lot of pressure on this one since it being injured. So overcompensation got this one a little, you know, overused more than usual. Let's see what we end up with though. We still got a 3-mile run after this, so gotta save a little bit. Don't want to overdo it. Alright, so we'll talk about the cycling in a minute, but right now we on the break run. We got 3 miles to go. Had a slight cramp. It's still kind of there on this side of the stomach, so that's good learning. I think this is the most I ever fueled during a run. I mean a cycle and then break run. But we'll talk more about it in a minute because your boy is struggling a little bit. Jeez. I am beat. Judging on how I feel, definitely could have kept going running. I feel like I could make the 13.1 miles, 13.2 miles, whatever it is. Definitely would have been hard. The pace would have dropped a lot. I feel like I definitely need to take in more fluids. I need to hydrate better. I drank on the ride, I drank 24, probably about 44 ounces or a little more, around there, with a bunch of electrolytes. And then I had, I don't know, we'll add it all up in a second. I am hungry. I did start a little later than usual today. Pretty damn thirsty. I don't know if I got a PR on the cycling, but I got pretty damn close. Man, it was a good session though. Overall, I think I learned a lot. Places to improve, more hydration, maybe a little better fueling, but like I said, I started probably 2 hours later than I normally would, so I feel like if I started at the correct time, I wouldn't be as hungry, but definitely better hydration is needed. The knee hurts a little bit, started feeling it towards the end. This one is very tight, a little sore, but not like pain, just soreness, tightness. But this one, just a little bit of pain. But hopefully, with tomorrow's recovery and today, I'll do some stretching. I'll do some work with the kettlebell to get out the knots in my quads. And I'll just rest and fuel and try to recover as best as I can. Man, I love this feeling though. I freaking worked my ass off today and definitely feel worn out, feel a little run down. But it's the end of the week. This was the last session of the week, and man, I love this feeling because I feel like I accomplished and I did something. I used the energy that I was given, that I was fortunate to have. So that alone is something to be proud of. And I'm just grateful to be able to do this, to have the ability to work my ass off, because some people don't have the ability to do these things. So I feel like it's important to make use of what we've been given. So man, I'm just very thankful and very appreciative.